guys, welcome back to Belly Acres Kitchen. So we're back again. We are still in LA at the Airbnb. Okay, these are prickly pears. They're also called tuna. We're gonna make some agua fresca de tuna. And so I think it's gonna be really cool. I've never done this before. So let's give it a whirl. So I have learned from watching a lot of the videos that sometimes the little splinters are not completely taken off of those pears. So you do want to be careful. Just, you know, mind your hand placing. All right. So if you ever wondered what a prickly pear looks like on the inside, so there it is. It's very fibrous. It's also very seedy. There's a lot of seeds in there, but we are going to run that through a blender anyway. So I'm just going to take that pulp out. It just comes right off, just like that. And then I can also scrape this whenever I get done with the rest of them. Again, I am saving all these scraps for our hostess's compost pile. We just have been taking it out and putting it in her compost. So I'm just so glad that we have a place to put that is going to be utilized. I'm going to use a spoon to get the rest of this pulp out. You can also get prickly pears a lot riper than these. And then they're red. So this is, I think the redder they are, the sweeter they are. I'm gonna be honest, I've never even tried it. They said that it's more like tastes more like a melon. So you know what, let's give it a whirl right now. It's a little bit fibrous. Not real sweet. It's a little bit salty. It's not bad. I think with a little bit of sugar and lime juice, I think it'd be all right. Oh, I went too deep on that one. All right, so my first tip on juicing a lime when you don't have a lime juice extractor is to throw it in the microwave. Just you want to have it in there for about 15 seconds, and then I'll show you what to do from there. But, warm. So what you're doing is you're making it easier to smash the membranes inside. So now I'm just going to put it on my cutting board, and I'm just going to roll it, putting pressure underneath my hand, and I'm just rolling it back and forth. So what that is doing is that is smashing those membranes inside. You'll be able to feel the difference, that it is kind of squishy now. Your initial instinct is you want to cut it open and just squeeze it, but actually if you hold it lengthwise and you cut like a third of it off here, you see all that juice just coming out? A third of it off here, then lay it down, cut a third and a third. You're going to be able to extract so much more juice. Look, I've got juice running off of my cutting board here. I want to keep as much of that juice as I can, but watch how much juice comes out of each. What you do when you make them smaller, like the third, it makes it easier to squeeze, and see how you can just really squeeze that juice out. So then a third. I mean, I don't know if you guys can see that on camera, but you do extract so much more juice than if you would have just grabbed it out of the refrigerator and cut it in half and tried squeezing it with your hands. Without a juice extractor. So those are just kind of my little tips and tricks. I'm gonna move all of that off so that I can get this little bit of juice that was wanting to escape and those little membranes, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and put this on the blender. Oh, it smells good. All the way up. Wow, that actually works really well. It's a pretty good little, I didn't even have to use my pulp pusher, I don't know what you really call it. All right, so that is very, very liquidy, but there are a lot of seeds in that. So we're gonna need to strain that. All right, you guys, so we are in an Airbnb and we do not have a pitcher. We have searched everywhere for a pitcher. So we are gonna do agua fresca punch bowl style. We also don't have a punch bowl, but we had a bowl. So what I did is I washed the bowl, and then while it was still wet, I put it in the freezer. And what that does, you know, there's ice down here in the bottom. It makes this bowl very cold. So then that way, when we get stuff in there, you know, the juice will be very, very cold. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna use a regular strainer, and I am going to put paper towels in there. I would use a tea towel. I'm not at home. So I'm just gonna pour that in there. And then I'm just going to squeeze it out. Oh, did not work. I blew it out. Darn it. Well, if at first you fail, try again. All right, so I found this towel. We're gonna give it a whirl. Just gonna dump that in. We're gonna pull all the edges of the towel up. And then once we have all the edges of the towel to where nothing else can fall out, then we're just gonna squeeze down. Because all we want is the juice. All right, so that's as much as I'm gonna get out of it. But look at all that sediment at the bottom. Oops, that is all seeds that I don't want. Here's the juice that I do want, and it has minimal seeds in it, you guys. That was a lot, guys. I've never done this before. So I tried a paper towel and had the blowout. And then I tried a towel that was here at the Airbnb. It was too thick. So finally what I did is I just took a Ziploc baggie and I made very teeny tiny holes with a meat thermometer. And as I was squeezing it, I just kept going further up with the holes because the seeds settle at the bottom. So that tended to work the best. So now we can go on with our punch bowl agua fresca. I think in the future I will just take the seeds out before I put the pulp in the blender. All right, you guys, while our bowl is cooling down again, I put it back in the freezer, washed it off. I'm gonna go ahead and take this little lime and I just cut the tips off, and I'm going to make just some little slices for some great little garnishes and our fruit bowl and our punch bowl. And I am going to just sprinkle a little bit of sugar on those and set those aside. Okay. All right, I'm gonna grab my bowl out of the freezer. Okay, I grab my bowl and I have several ice cubes. Looks like somebody had some ice made. These are cute, look, they're little hearts.
Huh?
They're little hearts.
Uh-huh.
I will leave some ice for the glasses. All right, so I am going to start with dumping sugar in here. That's probably maybe a cup, and we can always add more if we need to. And then I am going to go with 3 bottles of water. I'm going to dump that cactus and lime juice in. Hold back as much of that little sediment as I can. Okay, and then take this little bitty spatula, mix it up. It's really a pretty green. And then I'm just going to lay my little limes in there so it can just float on top or sink to the bottom, whatever.
Good shot.
As I found these cute little cups in the these little glasses in the cupboard. Don't have a punch. Miniatures. It's not bad. It's very fresh, I think is the way I would put it.
I think it needs a little bit more sugar.
It does need a little more sugar, but it's very fresh.
It is. That's good.
I actually like that. And they say that cactus is very beneficial to you.
It's good.
I like it.
Yeah.
All right, you guys, there's another recipe. Hopefully you don't have as much trouble as I had trying to figure this thing out, trying to drain it, trying to strain it was kind of crazy, but probably wouldn't have been as hard as if I were at home.
Because we got everything at home.
Yes. All right, you guys, I hope you like our videos. If you do, please hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. Leave us some comments. Let us know what you think. And until next time, you guys, God bless.